Hi class, this is JilMac and I'm continuing on with Chapter 11. So I'm going to go into Chapter 11 and I wanted to go over border styles. Border styles is a nice simple example where it just shows you how we create the different border styles. Now border styles is on page 291 in your textbook. In order to kind of see how this works, we can right click if you're in Chrome and we can view the page source. So this is what the page source looks like, or exactly what the HTML code looks like. And in this case, we have an inline style where our style is not in an external style sheet.css. It's right in with the HTML code. But I want to kind of see how this works. So I'm going to close this view source and go back here, and I'm going to right click because I'm going to show you some Google Developer Tools, and I'm going to go into the Inspect, which brings us to Google Development Tools. Now I want to kind of play around with these, but having it so short, having all of this underneath is great, and it kind of shows you this box style so that when I'm expanding it all so that when you're looking at it, as I go over the ridge, let me blow this up a little bit more. I'm over here in the pluses so I can look at it. So when I look at the ridge, it now highlights that ridge. As I move to groove, it goes to the second box. When I go to inset, it goes to the third. And when I go to outset, it goes to the fourth. When I cursor up to body, notice how I'm going to go off. It turns it blue. It turns the whole body blue. And then when I go into class, it shows me this first box. When I go into class ridge, it shows me the second box. Groove, it shows me the third. And that's great when you kind of want to get that overview. But when I want to look at kind of more of what the styles do, I can go to these three dots over here and I can change where this is docked so that I can dock it so that, and I'll make it smaller, I can dock it so that it's beside it. Sometimes it's a little bit easier to see that. And I might want to move this a little bit and, oops, go and get my dock. It's right here. Make this a little bit smaller. And you can position it on your screen because that's what Windows is all about. Windows is about repositioning windows so that we can see them side by side. Okay, so I can look at this, and now I can look at the code. And I can go up into my styles, and I can kind of look and see how this groove border is done, and see them side by side. So you can see your developer tools either at the bottom. Notice how this is at the bottom. And I'll make that big again. I can change it so that it's at the side, so that we have them at the side. And this kind of shows us our orange. Here, if I wanted to change that orange to yellow, that kind of changed everything, but I didn't spell it right either. Now it changed it to yellow, so you can see how you're changing it, and you can see it side by side. And these three show you the different docking. You can hide certain parts and things, but mostly I use these tabs up here, and you can go and to learn how to use the developer toolbar and toolkit a little bit more, you can do a Google search. And when you do a Google search, I'm just going to go out here and I'm going to go to Google. Don't forget when you're doing Google searches, and if we want the Google Developer Toolbar, so here's the Google Tools, that because Google changes so often, you really want to go into Search Tools and you want to look at the past year. You want instructions that are more current. Other products you might be able to get away with looking at instructions from 2 or 3 years ago, but with fast-moving products like Google, you really want to get the latest tools. So have fun with another way to look at websites and Google Developer Tools, and having fun with this nice, clean, very simple look at border styles from our textbook while you're reading pages 291. Thank you.